I'm Dean.
I'm Mike, and we're fired up from Connecticut.
Okay. Are you fired up?
Well, not right now. I've got it all out of me. It's post-set, you know.
Okay. Just to what extent is fired up into themselves?
We're confident. We're happy.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely confident, in what we do, but I don't know. In my opinion, like, I still get like those kind of jitteries, playing places and the uncomfortableness. But like, I love that feeling because you go someplace and you're slightly uncomfortable. Like, I'm not a cocky or arrogant dude or anything, and I like that feeling of getting up someplace, not knowing a lot of people being uncomfortable, and
like Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Like Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah. I wish that would be sometimes, when we play it, it'd be Larry David hanging out, but.
We'll beat the crap out of each other if like one wrong note happens. Like, after the set, we'll be like, why?
Yeah, we're definitely hard on ourselves, but that's only because we want to be good, playing, but we're definitely not full of ourselves by any means. I mean, I don't know.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Well said.
At least hope we don't come off that way, because we're totally. We're confident about what we're doing, but a lot of times, we're always second guessing a lot of things too. And, worrying, does this sound good or this sound good? And sometimes it's just like, screw it.
I think the audience never knows any of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's with every band. Like, there was like freaking out, like when you talk to them, like, oh, that was a horrible set, but no one notices. It's hardcore.
What are some of the issues that you guys are following these days?
Oh God.
Are you following any issues these days? Or are you
too much?
Okay, well.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can speak for, myself and Fred being vegan. There's a lot of stuff that me and Fred partake in. Dean's not, and our bassist JR is a vegetarian. They're both totally into what we're doing and understand everything. And, me and Fred do a lot of things with being vegan and stuff like that, and a lot of political things. And I think that we all differ in the band politically. We all are roughly the same, but we all kind of have our different ways, and
we're all on the same page of the same evil book.
Exactly, yeah, and we just
not on the same page, we're on different pages of the same book.
Same book, yeah. It's kind of difficult to say.
It's kind of Spinal Tap-ish, I felt.
Yeah.
There is a New World Order trying to kill us all. I believe in all that stuff. So, if you want to go into depth in that.
Actually, yeah, let's go a bit deeper into that, actually. The New World Order. So I guess you ascribe to the InfoWars philosophy, or you at least enjoy reading that site.
I do. I've like a while ago, if someone tried to talk politics, I would run the other way because I couldn't give a fuck. But then I watched a couple documentaries and like kind of it's a whole different way of thinking, because where do you pick up your information, and that's a source that not a lot of people have tapped, and I think they back their shit up, and I subscribe to it. I try not to buy it hook, line, and sinker. You don't want to do that with any kind of source. Just because it's like non-mainstream media doesn't mean they always tell the truth. But they got their own skew. But I lean more towards them than Fox News or whatever else is on.
It's been really interesting too, like to see, being and knowing Dean for a while, to see him actively start getting into politics. And like, I haven't really been totally, gung-ho into politics and things like that, but I definitely have my views, and so has Fred and JR. And it's been great with him getting way more into it, because he's forced us to look at ourselves, look at our political beliefs, and answer questions that he have or challenges his views and things like that. So him getting more into it is definitely, we're not a political band, but it's brought all of us up to like a different consciousness with a lot of that stuff.
We always talk about it, like every trip, we always discuss veganism and political shit the whole time.
In good ways.
And then we talk about movies.
Yeah.
What do you think the implications are for the United States if more and more young people are getting into politics this way?
I think it can only impact positively. We've had like the same power structure controlling us since like '82 with Reagan and Vice President Bush. I'm just sick of it. We believe there's a two-party system. I'm just trying to tell people like it's all controlled, and I'd actually like to run for something eventually. But right now it's like I'm in my infancy and learning about this stuff. So,
any entrance.
I like to ask questions.
And any entrance into politics is good, you know. Whether or not you believe in somebody like Barack Obama being a good president, it's really somewhat inspiring to see him attract so many new people. And hopefully, you know, if he attracts 10,000 new people, hopefully 5,000 of those people stay involved in politics. Because, I mean, America's a complete joke where it's like a quarter of the population goes to vote. You know, and it's how can you call it a democracy when, like, so many people don't vote?
I hope Barack Obama doesn't win, though.
That's your opinion.
Because I want McCain and Hillary to win, because people will know they're evil sooner. People have a fairy tale view of Barack Obama. They don't know his handlers, Brzezinski, and I think that's how you say his name, but that dude's an evil guy. He's under control of all, just like the other guys, and it'll take people longer to wake up to him.
Yeah,
he'll get a bunch of laws passed. People will think it's a fairy tale. You know, we're saved. They're calling him Kennedy, like, and it's bullshit. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be saying the same thing if it was Hillary or somebody like that. Still, if
There's
you
no
have a
choice.
politician and you get him in, some of those people are going to learn the right and wrong ways, and some of them are going to find knowledge, and you know, the other ones who don't are obviously just going to drop out and be the 75% of the population who really doesn't give a crap, which is totally unfortunate, you know.
It's a very good point that you make about, you know, let's say Barack Obama having like a less visible,
He's just,
yeah.
yeah.
Evilness about him. Well, I mean, first of all, he's black, right? So you can't criticize.
Yeah,
so the
yeah,
first
yeah,
black
yeah,
politician
yeah,
getting this
yeah.
far
Yeah.
in the race in I don't know how many decades, so you can't tear him down
Yep.
in any circumstances. So he has this invincible shield around him. How do you think? I mean, that can go further. That can go into talking about doctors, talking about lawyers, talking about, you know, supposed good doers in society.
Well, I think it's compartmentalized. People don't know. They think they're doing a good job, but they don't know that they're part of a greater, you know, evil. You know, it's like people giving people injections with mercury in them. They don't know. You know, they're not trying to hurt people. But if you look on the inserts on the package, it says, you know, thimerosal. So, you know, I'm not saying everyone's evil in the world, and you know, all the cops. Are
Also,
evil.
the whole for me, that comes down to nobody's innocent.
Yeah.
You know,
ignorance is not
That's
innocence.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, all of us. We take cars. We do what. So
Yeah.
nobody's innocent in this scheme of, you know, what we live in. So, but some people are more guilty than others.
Are you saying like, no matter what you do, you still have dirty laundry?
Everybody
Like
does.
as much as you try, people will go, well, you're not doing that, you know. And go
It does. You know, you got to do one small thing at a time. You know, you look at human civilization. I mean, like I used to be a lot of like up in arms about a lot of stuff, and like used to do like a lot more activism than I would now. And it's like you have to start with yourself, make yourself as good as you can, and then I mean, stuff takes forever. I mean, how long did it take for people to wake up to slavery and I mean, a lot of things that were just completely ridiculous. Nowadays, you would think, how would that happen? But it took hundreds of years for that thing. I mean,
But
Slow
it still happens,
steps.
but in
Different names. They
most
have
little
different names
names.
for it.
yep.
The hidden, you know.
It's like, I mean, you know about this. It's hidden. It's increasingly veiled and you know.
Well, the thing that gets me with slavery, and they act like Black history began when on slavery. As soon as they landed in America, that's when their Black culture began. They were over in Africa, you know, in Egypt, creating the alphabet and doing all kinds of great stuff. And you know, that's how we're made to think of it, is like Black people just began in America, you know, slavery. That's their only history, and that's all we ever talk about. And you know, that's the thing about labels and what you call yourself. That's get us all into these neat little boxes to fight each other and you know. That's what I try not to get into. You know.
That's
Just
disappointing.
information, you know. Dean's got his sources, I have my sources. I mean, as long as you take whatever information you got and just sit down and like logically dwell on it and say, you know, is this person have good intentions? I mean, everybody's intentions are different, and it's up, you know, hopefully you go down the right path. I mean, a lot has to do with upbringing and social classes and things like that, and how the government treats you and how they mistreat you. But, you know, you try and think about it openly, like, you should, you know, hopefully make the right decision and stuff like that. If you don't, you're going to learn from it, and hopefully people do learn from their mistakes. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't. They end up doing the same shit over and over and over.
Doing the repeat.
Yeah.
Just name of our next record. Youngblood.
Great way to finish off. Thanks a lot, guys.
No, thank you for the interview.
Thanks.
And we're out.
So it wasn't that bad, eh?